YouTube. I have almost 900 views on my video. I have, I would say, about 20, 30 comments, comments, messages on Facebook, messages on YouTube, text messages, and like I said in the last video, these messages are long. They're not just short. They're very long, and I'm reaching all kinds of different people, from college people, older men and women, family, friends that didn't even realize I was this way, and I'm very, very blessed. I'm very, very thankful for every one of you. And I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep trying to pump them out. I changed my shirt to make it look like the video that I posted earlier today. Yesterday, I don't know. I'm confused, but I want it to look different. I wanted my shirt to be different so I can look like I'm having 3 videos in 3 days. Because I want to pump as many as possible. I want my voice to be heard now. I just want my voice to be out there. I was checking if my volume was on, my mic was on. But yeah, I wanna make sure that my voice is out there, because I really do feel like people are feeling me and feeling my message, you know? It's just awesome. It's awesome. I was getting, when I was reading people's messages, I was just feeling real like shaky, because it just means so much to me. In this video, what I want to talk about is self-love. I haven't mentioned it really in none of the videos that I posted, and I want to talk about that self-love. I was growing up, I always had a girlfriend. I was one of those, cute guys, nice smile, and I always had a girlfriend, and I didn't know how to be single. I didn't know how to be by myself. And I think that was a big problem, and I didn't realize it until I was in my 20s. Excuse me. So what happened was, I was always in and out of relationships. I was telling every girl, I love you, and I needed to be held. I wanted to hold them, and I needed the affection. I think, I hate blaming things on people, but I think it's because I didn't have that as a child from my parents too much. They were always, they were real strict, in a way. But yeah. So, I was always looking from someone, and I was in and out of relationships. I was in and out of relationships. Like, I'll be with one girl for 2 weeks, and I love you, blah blah blah. And it was until I was, when I went to that boot camp, I had a girlfriend at that time, Sarah. Sarah, you're real cool. Still talk to her. I have her on my Facebook. She's a real cool person, positive person. Nothing but love. And after her, we split up. And then I met someone, my daughter's mom, and we were together, not that long, and I got her pregnant, and I had my daughter, and that I was the type of person that I said, I'm not leaving, I'm staying, and we're gonna make it work, right? I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make all this work. And I like I said, I was in Philadelphia. I wanted to be home with her and my daughter, and so I quit that job. And I was able to be home, but nothing goes as planned. Nothing really does go as planned. You think it does, but it doesn't. It just drifts away, and so we split up, you know, and again, as soon as we split up, I went to go find a new girlfriend, a new girlfriend, you know, and I was just so disappointed in myself because I couldn't be by myself, and I realized that. So, you know, after my daughter's mom, I got a girlfriend. I ended up getting my own apartment, and I said we ended up splitting up, me and the new girlfriend. And I realized, like, I was like, I am not doing this anymore. I am not gonna be dating and telling every girl I love you. I have a daughter that I love. I know what real love is because of my daughter. You know, once I had my daughter, I was like, man, this is real love. This is love. So I was like, I need to face that fear of being alone and being by myself. I needed to face it. So, you know, in my apartment, I cut everybody off. I cut all my friends off. I cut my social media off, and I went to my apartment every day, and I would go to work, go to home, go to the apartment, go home, go to work, and I was facing it head on, you know. And even with my daughter, like, I didn't have her there, so I was always crying. I was just so miserable, and then that's when I think I hit the rock bottom of, I need to figure myself out. I need to find out things about myself. So I started watching, you know, I went back to start watching my Buddha talks. This Buddha monk, his name is Ajahn Brahm. I would watch. He talks online for about an hour, and he talks about his experiences, and I would just watch him, and then I got into running. I started running 4 miles, 6 miles, 9 miles, and at good speeds. I was doing CrossFit. I was doing yoga. I was, you know, meditating more, and I was figuring out myself, and I was finding things that I loved about myself, and things that I loved doing, and I was going out to eat by myself. I was just everything. I was by myself, and I was doing all of these things, meeting people, and I'm a very shy person. I'm a very, very shy person, and and to go out there and do all these things, you know, it took a lot out of me. Like, I was really, really nervous about everything, and but then I started realizing, like, man, this is really easy to do. I was like, why haven't I done this before? And it started hitting me like, wow, I started building my confidence up, you know? I started figuring out everything about myself, figuring out a lot of things about myself. And it just it started just coming together, you know, me, myself. And at that same time, that's when I was able to educate myself on how to get my house, and this 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 whole video is just about self-love. And you know, you're gonna hit rock bottom, you're gonna be sad, you're gonna cry, you're gonna be miserable. But if you don't learn how to step away from that toxic relationship or those toxic people and learn how to be by yourself and build yourself up, you're never gonna be able to be your true self because of all the toxic that's around you, all the and the poison. And I know I'm not trying to be mean and all these. I know people are, there's good people and there's bad people, but you know, if you really want to figure out yourself and care about yourself and love yourself, you really have to start being selfish and focusing on yourself and start thinking about the inner you. And that's what I did. You know, I was able to do all those things, and I got my house, and now it's like, I live in my house by myself, you know, and I'm fine. I mean, yeah, at times I get lonely, and at times I want to be able to hold someone and have a companion, that companionship, and you know, tell somebody I love them, and I want somebody to tell me they love me, and you know, things like that. But you know, you have to be patient. You know, you have to be patient, and you have to be yourself. And I know these things. You know, I'm an interesting person. You know, I really am, and I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that. But I'm an interesting person, And so when I meet people, when I meet girls, and when I talk to these girls, they always tell me, "Oh, you're so interesting. You're so interesting." And then when I talk to them, it's just like, you're not that interesting, you know? Like I'm really looking for someone that's like me, you know? That it's like, wow, you know, it's you, you're motivating me. You're pushing me to be better. You're, you know, someone to build with, you know? And you know, that's a whole another thing to talk about is, you know, me finding a girlfriend or whatever. But self love is, it's just a beautiful feeling. It's, you have the confidence to do anything, you know, and I think that's why I have the confidence to go to on this next journey. And you know, when I ask people, you know, do you think you love yourself? Everyone always says yes, but you can tell they don't, because the things they do to themselves, you know, the things they put themselves through, and and if you loved yourself, you wouldn't do that, you know. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard because I battled through it. I struggled through it, but you know, you have to work. Everything, everything that's worth it, it's gonna take work to accomplish, you know. And I just want people to understand that self love is, it's not going to be easy to come by, and you really have to put in a lot of work for it. I mean, the best things I can tell you to develop self love is, like I said, face it head on. Face it head on. Be self aware that you need self love, and be aware that you need to cut people off, and you need to focus on yourself. You know, take time away from family and friends and boyfriends and girlfriends, and start focusing on yourself, because if not, you won't be, you just won't be your true self, you know. I have all this confidence now, and I can tell people my strengths and my weaknesses, and but with ease, you know. I might stutter, and I might stumble over my words and be shaky a little bit, but I know these things about myself. And you know, it's just a beautiful feeling. It's a, I know that it took a long time for me, and you know, I've been single now over 2.5 years, but I haven't felt that way, you know. I feel like I'm on a mission. I feel like I have my daughter who's just my world. And those are the two things that I'm just on right now, is just my future and my daughter. And they're gonna, like, it's all to working together, you know. Like, if I build my future right and I do these things, my daughter's always gonna be taken care of. She's gonna have a business to jump in if she ever wants to. And these are the things that I want to do, and it, it starts with self-love. You know, I'm always gonna come back to say it starts with self-love, or it starts with patience, or it starts with self-awareness, or it starts with heart. I mean, honestly, it all starts, like, with all of these things. All of these things are connected, and to be honest, a lot of these things are common sense. But people, we are so programmed. We are so programmed, and we're looking on the outside. You know, we're looking at everybody else, and we're comparing ourselves to other people. Um, the way we were raised by our parents, and traditionally how we are, and we want to raise our kids that way. No, like, you don't have to do things like that. Like, when you just do things the way you want to do them, you know. And hopefully it's a good way, but I just really think it starts with self-love. And yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. Right now I'm just like in my feelings, and I'm just in tune with my emotions right now, because you know, the people that are sending me those messages, and all the talks that I've had with people, Donnie, Pedro, Juan, my cousins, my aunts, you know, everyone that has taken the time out to just talk to me, connect with me on a personal level. I mean, it means the world to me. It really does. And I'm always gonna remember people like that. I'm always gonna be connected with them. Um, so I really appreciate people like y'all. Um, so self love, everyone. Self love and patience. It's gonna take work. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be sad. But you start figuring out yourself. You start learning things about yourself and what you like and what you don't like. And it's a beautiful loving, beautiful, just a beautiful feeling. And just thank you for watching. Um, if you like the video and you connect with it in any way, like it, comment. I love comments, so if you leave a comment, I appreciate it. And peace and love.